Yo, we're back.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
How y'all been?
We're back.
How y'all
Let me get another
feeling?
one.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're back for episode 14.
Yeah.
I believe it's 14. Welcome back to episode 14.
That's crazy. We're
How
actually
y'all
moving.
doing? How y'all feeling? Hope y'all doing good. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all eating y'all vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Getting big and strong. But we're back. How y'all feeling, boys? How y'all feeling?
Good, preparing for the holidays, man.
Heavy on that. Prepare for my birthday.
Oh,
Big 2-1 coming up.
How you feeling? You feeling the same?
Feeling the same, honestly.
That's what I say. Like age, I don't really feel a difference. I still feel the same. Like growth doesn't come with age. Maturity doesn't come with age.
Really?
Nah.
You don't think maturity comes with age?
I think you could
You don't
be
think like over time as you grow?
Nah, of
you'll-
course, but
yeah.
it doesn't I don't think it has nothing to do with age in a way. Like some people, like you know how girls are like, oh, you're 21, you're a baby, but it's like sometimes you're more mature than them and they're older than you. Like in ways like that, like maturity
It's all
doesn't
about
come
like a
with
mental
age.
state.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, for sure.
Like some people just look at age and automatically think you're mature. Nah. You could be 27 and act like a 5-year-old.
True, but I feel like at that age you should definitely not be acting like that.
But some people do. That's the thing.
True. But like that's my point. I feel like with that, like as you age, you should grow and change. I'm not
Of course.
I don't think people should just stay stagnant.
There's nothing good comes from staying the same and not growing. You just get stuck in the same loop over and over and over again. So when I'm 20, I don't want to think of, I really haven't changed since I was 21. No. I want to be like, man, when I was 21, I was thinking like a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? But still keeping the same morals and values. But how do you mentioned up to Kanye before?
Oh yeah. What about that?
So, like-
what? That was just a side conversation. We didn't need to talk about that if you want to.
No, but like, I want to continue on what he was like saying.
Mm-hmm.
So like, did y'all see that interview he did?
You have to bring it up, gang. I don't
Which
know what you're talking
interview?
about. I don't know what you're
I
talking
forgot
about.
the dude's name, but he had an interview where he was saying like he loves Hitler and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, we
Oh.
talked about that already. Yeah. What?
How did y'all feel about that?
He was just taken out of context.
Yeah.
No, but he had a new interview one with he had the
Oh,
mask
I didn't
on.
see that new one.
You haven't seen that one?
No.
Well, he had a new interview when he was just saying he loves Hitler and then people were like reacting to it and like looking at him like he's crazy.
Oh. Well, honestly, that's just Kanye at this point.
Yeah. Maybe
Like-
now he's just giving in to the memes because it's like, well, you guys already think
But I'm
I
serious.
love Hitler, so let me just continue this.
Like, yeah. I don't know.
He had a deeper point when he was talking about. He was just saying he loves everybody, that like history books and like stuff like that. Like, it just, in a way, it just makes you like think like everybody else. So like when he was saying he loves Hitler, he's saying like, I don't know. I saw it in the way of like he's having his own point, and then people just hear I love Hitler and just get like mad at the fact that he said that.
True. Yeah, taken out of context for sure. But I don't know how you could take "I love Hitler" out of context still.
You
No.
said what?
How can you take "I love Hitler" out of context? Also, it's kind of like me saying "I love Ted Bundy." Like, what the fuck do you love about Ted Bundy? I love Osama. What the fuck do you love about Osama? You know, even if I'm like, it's kind of like,
What about them that you love?
yeah, like they
the
committed
mass
horrible
murder?
atrocities. Like, what are they? I don't know. I get that. Like, that's probably why most people are a little bit upset still at him, and especially with the Jewish thing. You know, probably why.
I see your point, and like what you said, people just hear that one thing.
Yeah.
They don't understand like the full message, even if his message is wrong. That's why I feel like even if his message is wrong, you don't agree with his message. Understand the message. Just take what he's saying.
Okay, fair point. But my question is, is it okay to have a big platform and spread like a message like that?
No,
Not okay, but like, do you think he should be saying shit like that? Like, regardless of what his message is, like, he could definitely word that better.
Yeah.
most definitely, yeah.
He could definitely articulate himself a little bit more appropriately to not like, because let's say some white guy was like, oh, I fucking hate black people, and they do it all the time, every day. So like, maybe that's also the kind of point he's trying to get along. Like, if they do it to us, why not we do it to them? But it's also like, nowadays fighting fire with fire just gets you in the worst situation. As you can see, the man is going broke.
Yeah.
He said Apple Pay is frozen because Adidas froze like 75 million in his account. Like the man is going broke. Like he's not going broke, but you know what I mean. Like he's struggling to like live his life just because of these companies. So I'm like, maybe different. Maybe if he were to go about it differently, that wouldn't have happened to him. He could still get his message across, you know, and not struggle to use Apple Pay. That's my point. That's sick. I use Apple Pay every day. Oh shit.
Nah, I used Apple Pay this morning.
Oh god.
I don't. Do you think it's fair though?
Nah, hell no, bro. It's crazy like that they have the power to control our phones and shit like that.
Just because of what you said though, that's like the whole point. Just because of what you said.
But low key, if you think about it, this type of trend was like, it's something that's been up and coming since like 2017. Like people were starting to get sensitive. Like transgender jokes are coming. Like, you know, we're getting to a point where like you couldn't make those type of jokes. Jokes about women equality was a thing that was coming up around that time. Like, I feel like we should have seen it coming in a way. Like people were gonna get softer and the world was gonna get just, you can't say this. Yeah, like censored everywhere.
Yeah. Nah, I definitely saw it.
Like it's just I never seen it like to the point where it's just they're in our face like banned.
Because of what you said though. That's the not no action. Not like you actually going off and killing 100 people just because of what you said. They want to ruin and take over your life.
Well, okay, let's be a little bit introspective. Let's think a little bit. What you say can incite violence, whether that's not committing the violence. Whether I say something, yo, I hate this group. Nick thinks about it. You know what? I hate that group too. I'm gonna go get my boys and we're gonna go kill that group.
I understand your point.
Okay, let me finish. I'm saying, if you do think about it, regardless of what you're like, I think your words can definitely influence other people to commit violence, and then you're responsible for that because you
said those words.
You motivated that person. You have a platform. That person probably looks up to you, wants to be you, wants to have your life. You know what I mean? You kind of just motivate them. Like, oh shit, Kanye said it. It's right, I guess. Like some people aren't smart enough to think like that. So
they're even trying to censor drill music in New York.
Yeah, they still are.
K-Flock and shit, doing just to send a message like, hey man, you guys want to make this music? You wanna do this shit? You wanna run the streets? We're gonna show you who really run it.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Like you're taking away a bunch of kids' creativity. Like I get it. Drill music is dark as hell, but let's be honest, it's just a bunch of artsy hood niggas. If you think about it, just a bunch of artsy niggas who live in the hood who make music. Wow, you're taking away their passion because it's a little bit dark. What about metal? What about all those other types of music that glorify killing babies? Remember that guy at the gym? What's his face?
Alexis was telling us all about these like Russian rock bands who literally like make the hardest hardcore music you can ever like think of, talking about killing little babies, doing hella bullshit. And that's perfectly fine. They got concerts and with hundreds of thousands of people in it, and it's cool.
I think it's just because of like the country aspect too. Like they know they can't do that because the repercussions they would face. Like in America, there's so much crime, and like, are the artists like get away with it? So like they don't like, and that's what's gonna be my point too. We were saying, for the people that just copy, I find those people so dumb that copy everything that somebody says.
Yeah, but we live in a celebrity worshipped world,
and that's the problem.
In America, we live in our country just worships celebrities. Yeah. So that's why like when I say like, yo, Kanye West, even Andrew Tate, I don't think he was that outlandish. I think he was just acting, to be honest. People like that who have a huge platform and then they still go out and say crazy things. I'm like, you should think about it a little bit. Like Trump, he literally incited a fucking riot on the Capitol, on the White House because of what he said. That's my point. Like, he needs to chill a little bit. He could say whatever he wants, just reword it. Have someone write it for you. I know you have the money to hire a writer. Why are you making it so much harder?
Yo, is this okay for me to put out?
Literally, like, I don't know.
But I look at the people that do that stuff, though.
Yeah.
Like, so look at the Donald Trump thing that he said something and they raided the White House or whatever it was, the Capitol. Dog, like, those people, like there's something wrong with them that somebody says something, they just do it. That's my whole point. Like, there's something going on. I don't know if it's like maybe like single household parents. I don't know the psychology of it. It's
always been like that though, bro.
But yeah, it's the sheep people that just literally do everything that somebody else tells them to do.
Monkey see, monkey do. One person starts, I'm gonna just
just like the sheep of people.
For sure, that is part of it. Like, people are really stuck in mediocrity. And I definitely saw that when like they raided our fucking Capitol. on December 6th, or was it January 6th? Whatever day it was. I think it was January 6th. But that's just crazy for the people to really think about like raiding the White House. Like if I thought about that, my black ass, you know what I think they would do to me? M15s, crazy guns, artillery.
Exactly.
White people, they just ran up in that
my
bitch.
life is over.
No thought.
Like they were gonna get away with it and win. That's my whole point. Like, there's no thinking going on when people like just copy whatever a celebrity tells them to do.
People don't realize that celebrities are like, what they had to do is like, it's like the worst of the worst to get to where they are. Like most of the time nowadays, like not even selling their soul in the sense of like demonic shit, but just being a sellout, like changing who you are, your personality, acting differently. Yo, I'll pay you $200K if you endorse this group. You say, LGBTQ, whatever, the alphabet community. Say that they're fucking great. Say that they're awesome. We'll give you $200K. Now you see they fucking support gay people when before that rapper never supported gay people before in his life. You know what I mean? Like, there's different ways people sell out. People don't think, bro. Like, when something's in front of you,
you're gonna take it.
You gonna take it. That's the mediocrity of people.
No, you're definitely
That's
right.
why they follow these rappers, because like, yo, maybe I could do that too. I don't know. That's how
I can make this money. I can wear these.
But
chains.
you can though. But you don't have to copy his style.
I'm just like Kanye. I
Just
love
be
Kanye.
your own person. That's the problem. People are like, oh, I gotta copy his characteristics. I have to copy his mannerisms and all this stuff. When that's cheap mentality. Like just because he says it and he believes it, doesn't mean you're gonna believe it too. You're just saying it because he believes it. And then you're just gonna repeat their points and all that stuff. It's like, nah. If there's something you don't agree with that celebrity, it's okay to disagree and be your own person. Like Kanye, I agree with when he says that he loves everybody. It's nice that he loves everybody. But when he says, I love Hitler, I'm like, that's a too specific name. You don't have to use that specific of a name. I don't agree with that because, of course, like, it sounds wrong.
I mean, Hitler killed a lot of people.
Yeah, like, he did kill a lot of people. But I understand your message. I'm not going to take away from your message because you said that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy, though. I would never say I love Hitler. Hitler can suck a dick, a million dicks. He could be a human being.
I wouldn't say that.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just wild, yeah.
Like,
but
if he were to say, I love Hitler, I forgive her for what he did, that's a better message.
Really?
Maybe.
I forgive Hitler for what he did. He's showing forgiveness too.
I don't think the Jews forgave Hitler for what he did, so I don't think Ye is the person to be able to forgive Hitler. I don't think that falls on him. I think he gotta go out that conversation. Because if someone were like, I forgive the French for what they did to Haiti, cool, good for you. I didn't. Good job.
My country is still in bad.
And good for you. I'm so happy you forgave them. That didn't affect you at all. You know what I mean? It's a ludicrous thought process for him to be like, if you were to say that, I'm like, bro, fuck your point.
It would be ignorant.
It's mad. Like, I feel like what he's doing is a little bit ignorant. Like, I get the Jewish people, whatever. I'm not even going to try to get myself canceled. But it's just like, it's a little ignorant. Like, I know he knows a little bit better. Like, Ye is one of the greatest producers of all time, greatest music of our time, literally. And you're telling me you're this much of an idiot? Like, that's not. And I'm tired of seeing Kanye, bro. Like, he's such a stupid ass man.
But there's also like the point, like, listen, I have no, like you said, I have no problems with Jewish people. Judaism is the oldest religion in the world. So, of course, there's some truths to it. That's what I believe. Mm-hmm. But his whole point is that Jews run like the big corporations that are trying to cancel him. That's his whole point.
I'm not disagreeing. I always agreed with that.
With him getting canceled, like, is there like a Jewish man up there like controlling all that? Like,
probably.
I see his, like, I see his point. His message is not right, but I see the big point he's trying to make. He's saying, if I say all this stuff, they're canceling me because I'm saying this. His point is being proved.
Word, it's not wrong. Yeah. For sure.
And everything, like, bro, everything bad is happening to that man.
It's just, again, like, it's always because of how there's several people who said those statements. It's just how he's saying it, in my opinion. Like, he's doing it to himself. Like,
oh, of course.
Like, sure, like, they'll cancel you. They run our world. I think everyone knows that. You can do a quick Google search and find out who owns our banks. Cool. Jewish guy. It's not hard. It's just Ye is really being an idiot and, like, I don't know, trying to target the Jewish people like they haven't just suffered an atrocity that happened like 80 years ago, which is still very recent. The Holocaust is 80 years ago. People don't know. Still pretty recent for some people. So, I don't know.
Somebody's great grandma.
It's still
Holocaust survivors.
That's my point. Like, I don't know. even if they do control the world, they use that tragedy as a motivator, not even to joke about it, but them niggas.
You got there for a reason. It wasn't because you just sat there being lazy.
Think about it, bro. They came to America after the Holocaust, and in like what, 60 years, started running the world basically. Nah, like really think about it.
I understand what you mean.
Like, black people, what have we been doing for the last 100 years? Overcoming and complaining about slavery. Amen. You gonna do something with what you have. That's what I think.
No,
He's just doing what he has.
No, I definitely see like I said, I see his point, and for the Jewish people, hey, bro, I understand you control the world, whatever. You got there for a reason, dog. Like at the end of the day, you work to get to own a bank. You work to get to that position you're at. But
work and whatever else.
Whatever else you had to do, I don't care. Shout out Judaism.
I'm not shouting that out, but good for you guys.
I look at old religions with respect. Like
Judaism,
Buddhism. Is it Buddhism? Buddhists.
It is Buddhism, yeah. Christianity is one of the oldest religions as well.
I look at those old religions with respect.
I personally don't agree. Like, I agree with Ye. Like, okay, put out your message out there. But, like, man, you're really fucking up your entire life.
Your brand.
Like, your whole image, your everything, your career.
Just so people know who runs the world when they already know who runs the world.
But it's like you can't. I don't feel like you could cancel Kanye. He's Kanye West.
You can't cancel him, but you can go
like
broke.
He's Kanye. Yeah, you could go broke. But like to cancel like his whole like Kanye West, like to never hear Kanye West again, I don't think.
Nah, of course.
That's
but always hear about Kanye, but it'll be another like, oh, Kanye said this, Kanye said that,
and it will just be the media flipping everything he says now to bad headlines. And now you won't know what's the good, you won't know what's the bad, you won't know what's real, what's fake. That's what's gonna get to, and he's doing that to himself. It's fucking sad.
I don't think he still has money though. Like that's the thing when they try to like cut ties of money, he's still rich.
Sure.
Like yeah, he might not have like you'd be having a lifestyle like he has now. Maybe like he has so much expensive stuff. But even if you cut all those out, he's still rich.
True, but let's say, think about it, gang. Net worth, all the things you own, it adds up. The faucet's gonna run down at some point. You own a multi-million-dollar house, couple cars, you gotta pay for your kids. Like, he's not signed by Adidas anymore. So like the $1 billion deal that he was gonna get with them, he ain't getting that shit. So whatever he made from his music is what is keeping him alive.
And what he's invested.
And what he's invested. He's invested was mainly, for what we know from the public eye, was like clothes, the little Bluetooth speaker thing, the little music player. And the people who made that, they cut ties with him. He doesn't even own the rights to that shit anymore. So he's not making money from that player that he created.
Yeah, but he owns a lot of land. I feel like with owning a lot of land,
but land isn't going to make you money. You're not going to get money from land until you sell it. You know what I mean?
With that land, he can make stuff like...
You can't build shit on land.
You could make like your own company, hire people to sell your own clothing.
You can't do that on your house. You can't build a warehouse on your home.
Like, well, not on his home necessarily, but
I know what you mean, but you can't do it on your property. Like, they're going to be like, no. The state's going to be like, fuck no.
You want to put a building in this residential area?
No. That's some Kanye West shit. No. I don't know. It's like... He not saying he needed the money, but like you need a job, like even if you're famous, you know what I mean? Like those deals are really what keep you going.
Them out.
Yeah, and all of them say that. They're like, it's mainly like the sponsorships, the touring, the book meets, like the traveling deals that really pay you. It's like after the music shit, you only get so much from when it was hot. You know what I mean? Like it's really when it reached a peak, that's when you make the most. After that,
it's just like maybe a
couple hundred thousand here and there. I don't know, man. The game is weird.
Controlled. Definitely controlled. I don't know. I feel like people should have thicker skin in this generation. I don't think everything should hurt your feelings.
I think we should have thicker skin too, but I definitely think people need to... People say we have thicker skin, but then it's like no one really like wants to have a conversation with each other. Like it's still like, oh yeah, have thicker skin, I can disrespect you, but like You don't want to talk about that? Like, you good? Like, what? It's just like you
But that's what
gonna make
having-
fun of me, and then we gonna be straight forever.
But that's what
like,
thicker skin is for me though. Like
it is, but
you get
there's
disrespect and you-
respect and boundaries for me. Like
No, of
if we
course.
boys, we gonna joke and shit. But if you overstepping a boundary, at this point, at the age I am, I'm popping you in your mouth respectfully. Like, there's no words. Like, I'm hitting you in your shit because we're adults. You should be able to respect me and my boundaries that I set for myself. And that's everyone. That's not even me not having thicker skin. Like, nigga, I could take a joke, but it's like there's
many times?
boundaries for everything. I don't give a fuck if I've known you for 80,000 years. There's boundaries, and people should know boundaries. You can joke with boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, I do it all the time. It's not hard. Like, it's just nowadays people don't joke with boundaries. It's just full on pounding. Like, it's just nobody has a filter anymore. That's cool. We don't need a filter, but damn. Like, the shit that I've been seeing, like, damn. Like, fuck. People are, the way people are thinking, like what we were saying earlier, it's like, damn. Like, wow, this is how you guys think?
It was the quarantine. The whole lockdown for about like a year, 2 years.
That fucked people up.
Niggas just in the house watching stuff.
Getting
forming their own
depressed.
Opinions.
New
mental
personalities.
breakdowns.
Fuck.
Come out fucked, thinking you're a whole new man, a whole new person.
No, people should definitely talk with people with respect. I definitely agree with you on that. But in 2 points of me being somebody that's seeing you pop somebody in the mouth, that shouldn't affect me to think I can now pop everybody in the mouth. Like, it goes back to that sheep mentality.
Nah, that's not what niggas is saying. That is, I feel like you're flipping what I was saying.
No. I'm agreeing with what you were saying. I'm just saying, like, thicker skin is like not seeing what somebody else do affect me. That's to me also having thicker skin.
Sure, whatever. That's just not following, whatever. Yeah, but I'm saying thicker skin is like, whatever your definition of thicker skin is. Like, I've grew up with tough love my entire life. Like, we're Haitian.
Yeah.
Tough love is what I know. Like, the toughest of love, like military love. Thick skin is all I know, but I'm saying, like, it's still something that taught me respect, manners, and a way to talk to people. And I definitely know, for me personally, I know certain boundaries not to cross for other people.
Yeah.
So when other people cross my boundaries, and if you're still going to cross those boundaries, it's not going to be a conversation. And I don't care if the next man doesn't do what I do. That's his life. That's good for him. I'm going to do what I need to do to hold my respect for myself and my pride, because that's, you know what I mean? My world, not your world, his world, his world.
Yeah.
You don't need to follow what I do. I'll go to jail for it. You won't. You know what I mean? Like, that's my point. Like,
No, I see your point, but that's just having respect. I feel like just people should always have respect.
yeah, but they don't, and then they say, "Oh, you're soft. You don't have thick skin," and I'm like, "No, nigga. I told you I don't play like that. I'll beat you the fuck up, respectfully. Like, we can, like, it's nothing about not having thick skin. It's like, bro, like, there's boundaries.
Take it there.
And then when you take it there, it's always like,
that, like, oh, bro, I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even
you
mean
soft, or he's soft. Like, I was just joking, or the corny little laugh. Like, we are adults. I will beat you. We'll fight right now,
Like,
and
you
you
know
won't
what you
win.
said.
Like, respectfully. Like,
And having respect back is understanding where you're coming from too. Like if I say something that affected you and you say, bro, I stop saying that, I don't play like that. It's my respect saying, yo, I'm sorry, bro, I didn't mean it like that, and not doing it again.
right.
That's just
but then if I tell you, yo, I don't play like that, don't call me, don't say this to me, and then later on, a day later, you say it again, you cross that,
yeah, I did it to myself.
Yeah,
I agree with that 100%. But that's just having respect. That's just growing up having respect for others. I say ever since point nowadays, not a lot of people have respect, and especially this little up and coming generation.
The young niggas, bro. I'm afraid of these young niggas. Like, they don't even fight no more. It's just they'll up it on you and you done, bro. Like, all palms with these young niggas, bro. I'm good. I'm up here. We ain't gotta fight, bro.
you got it. Cause you start losing your man, pulling some shit out. Shit, man.
Bro, it's like, it's scary out here. Like, people just, they don't have no respect. Everyone thinks they're like big dog,
Because they have a gun, though.
Or not even because they have a gun. It's just like, I don't know where these newfound egos that some of these people had, like, came from. I'm like, bro, you are not like that, nigga. Like, relax. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, please. I don't know where that shit came from. Till this day, it baffles
It's
me.
from seeing it. I'm telling you, it's just the sheep mentality. Like, it's just like in the hood, you see a big
Like, they
dude
wanna-
with tats.
Wannabes, bro.
Like mid-20s getting shorties, acting like he don't care about like nobody and
But that shit don't.
disrespect, and then you copy it.
That don't seem cool to me. That nigga look like a bum. Like when I used to see that as a kid, I'm like, yo, like that nigga looks corny. Like I never idolized hood niggas. Only reason I was in the hood was because of the friends and the people I made, and that's it. They put me in certain situations. Other than that, I never wanted to be a hood nigga, slanging, killing. Like, bro, hell no. It was just because of niggas I hang with. That's really it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I wasn't copying them niggas. Me, I want to be a businessman. I want to live in the burbs, quiet town. Like, people, I don't know how people, like, can get influenced by, like, bums. Like, hey, man, if that's what you think is cool, hood nigga getting bitches, slanging dope.
Shooting people, taking lives.
I mean, to each their own.
Cause
Like, to each
that's
their
just
own,
so nerdy, bro. Like,
But it's like that goes with
Fuck.
this society and this, especially this generation. Yo, nobody in this generation. Yo, kids nowadays do not respect their teachers. I don't know how you could be a teacher nowadays.
Bro, kids
especially in
nowadays
New
don't
York.
have respect point blank per.
No, you're right. These kids have no respect for their elders now. When I was growing up, dog, I could never imagine speaking to my teacher like that. I could never imagine cursing out my teacher just because they asked me to leave the class.
yo, I ain't gonna lie, I used to do that shit. But then when I got home, it'd be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, I used to be a disrespectful ass young nigga in high school. But it used to be, I used to get handled at home. That's it. You know what I mean? And that's why I think, like, I have discipline, because I'm getting it handled. I don't think these kids, their parents are doing anything about it. They just letting them go out there and...
Keep on doing it.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Wearing shiesties out till, like, 2 a.m.
I feel because a lot of the parents are
Bro,
getting
so we're
older.
shiesties.
Stealing cars. Like, bro, I'm like, you're 15, bro. You don't got no goals. You don't got anything you're interested in. Like,
You don't play no sports.
Like, you know, when you're 20, 30, you gonna be thinking back like, yo, I really wasted my life.
In jail.
In
That's
jail
where
or,
you're gonna end up,
or
bro.
just like no progress because you were stupid on the street with your dumbass homies.
Now
Like,
you're still living with your moms.
Poor.
25, 27.
got nothing going for yourself. Like, why?
2001 car.
2001 car. Like, no real bills.
I was thinking about today too. Like when you like, I don't know how you could be in a gang. This is why I was thinking I could never be in a gang, and for this reason, because if I were to be in a gang, and I get caught, they're not gonna be in there with me if they got away.
What do you
I'm a-
mean? What's your point?
Like, I'm gonna be in jail. Like it's gonna dawn upon
was
me.
it
Like I'm gonna be in jail by myself, and like they might not even visit me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
That's another thing that turned me away from gangs. I was like,
The streets is not like real, bro. Like
It's not.
Like it ain't got no loyalty. Like there's someone that I know. He told me a crazy story about how he gave his man's a 5, right, to go. Excuse me. He gave his man's a 5 to go shoot dice, and you know he wasn't really expecting that. He ain't have no bread in his pocket. Like that was his 5, like his last 5 type shit. He was like, you know, go play dice.
mm-hmm.
His man's, you know, came up 180, came up some good bit of bread off of $5, 180. Next day he sees his man's. He like, yo, what's up? Like, I heard you came up type shit. He wasn't even expecting like any like $40, 50, nothing crazy. Like just like $10, $20, because you know I gave you 5 and you came up like.
let me get low.
Nah, that makes sense. Like logically, like I'm gonna give you something back. Like nigga, the fuck. The nigga was like, hands him back his 5, and he's like, what? Like I gave you your 5 back. He came up like 186, 185. Gave him the 5. That's it. And now that nigga is in jail for a shooting. Yeah, that nigga who won 180, he's in jail for a shooting. It's just like, think about how the world works. Like you backdoored your man, someone who gave you his last 5. Look at where you ended up. You're in jail. Now he's not even gonna send you a dime for your books. Nothing. Not a dollar. You're gonna be hungry. That's, bro, the streets, there's no loyalty. I witnessed that shit multiple times. Niggas banging at your bitch. Niggas talking shit about you. Niggas trying to backdoor you. Bro, the streets is not real. Like, at all. At all. You got a bunch of 40, 30-year-olds standing out there all day, every day, making no money, got no motion. You guys are poor. Fuck out of here.
And it's sad that people actually think like,
Oh,
I'm gonna ride for my gang. I'm gonna die for my gang. Like, bro, you really gonna live your life for people that you could be in your deathbed and I visit you in the hospital?
Don't get me wrong. Before niggas start crucifying me and like wanting to rip my head off, there are some gangs out there that are like this, that are like a fucking family, and that like they'll hold you back, you hold their back.
And they have the right people.
And they have the right people.
It's not because it's a gang. It's because they have the right people.
And they're actually a family. That's how it's supposed to be. But I don't know.
I was about to say that there are some like cases where it'll be like, all right, this is really like a brotherhood. Type
Yeah, and that's
shit.
why
like,
you join a gang. That's why, like, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I started hanging out with niggas like that, because I wanted that brotherhood. I was like, yo, I'm searching for this brotherhood. Like, brothers, I wanted that. That shit's not real. Yo, any nigga who is really in the streets will tell you the same thing. I'm like, they're like, yeah, that shit's not real. There ain't no brotherhood. Ain't no brotherhood. I'm like, damn.
One moment they're your friend, one moment,
Bro.
hey, bro.
And bro, I've seen niggas be like lose friends over the stupidest shit in the street. Like it. You want to pledge your whole life for this gang, ride for this gang, die for this gang, go to jail for this gang.
Not I.
And they barely even putting money in your pockets. Y'all barely are winning. Taking home $200 every week, $300, $400. I mean, I guess it's nice, but like,
We stack that up. That's some shit.
yeah, but like, bro, when I think of gangs, I think of like the mob and shit. I think of like real, like how they did it, like
Mafia.
Mafios, yeah, because they
Mafia.
did that shit right, nigga, like
Yeah.
beautiful, nigga. You got the FBI respecting them, politicians. If you watch a documentary and you look at the way these old niggas talk about the mob, bro, they love the mob, bro. They have a smile on their face.
Because they had respect.
They had a code. They had honor. They did shit like businessmen, not fucking idiots that didn't have a plan. Like, what are you doing? Shooting up houses? Come on now.
Because you're not only risking my life, you're risking everybody else's life. You're risking your whole gang's, like, everybody. Because now if they find out, oh, this was a mob shooting, this was a gang violence, and he's in this gang, so we're going to take all them dudes out, and, like, it's gonna be a domino effect.
For sure. Streets is finished. The streets are finished. Like, get out the streets while you can, yo. Get a hustle.
Start a business. Do some.
If you still
Clothing brand.
selling, use that money, and yeah, clothing brand some.
Do you think it's gonna get worse?
The streets?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, nigga, it's bad. Niggas is still fucking niggas, bitches, even worse. Bitches fucking the ops. Like,
But do you think it's gonna get, like, bigger, like, it's gonna spread more?
what you mean, like spread? Like
Like, it's gonna be more violence, like, more hood activity, in a way.
personally, if the economy in our country doesn't get better and people are still put in positions where they need to do that, because crime is it's an economic thing. It's not because people are like, oh, I want to go kill someone and rob them. I'm poor. I need to feed my daughter. I'm gonna go rob this rich nigga in this Benz. I think he got a band in his wallet right now. I don't know. I've been thinking. I'm stressed out. I can't. You know what I mean? That's why people do crime. It's
I just
not.
need some.
It's not really like, until our country gets better, until people have better opportunities, healthcare, schools, like all this extra little things that people wouldn't think matter to the bigger point. Crime is gonna be a problem. It's never gonna stop. In America, at least. I can't speak for any other countries, but at least in
Now we're
America.
talking about America.
Yeah, I was like, I don't give a fuck about your countries, but yeah, America.
I don't know. I think
We gonna
like
get bad
you
worse.
definitely had a point where you said if the economy gets better, crime might reduce. But like just due like to the people sense of it, I feel like just the way this generations, like these kids are growing up with no respect and like just a sheep mentality. Like I think it's up to like that generation, like our generation teaching the young generation like this is not cool.
Word.
Like, cause bro, if we don't,
Excuse
I
me.
think it's just gonna get worse in that way. Like, yeah, economy definitely takes a big part on it, but I think our generation, like the ones that are in their 20s and 30s, need to like show that like this younger generation, like, yo, it's not cool to like just up a pole and take somebody's life.
They're not gonna listen.
They won't.
I feel like they could, like maybe not the generation that's already
few
being
will.
made, but the up and coming generation, like, bro, pregnancy, like 21-year-olds.
So you mean like our kids?
Yeah. Like our kids, so
Yeah.
maybe their generation could be brought up
Yeah,
better.
for sure. I could see our kids being good, but still, like the kids that are already born,
They're gonna be the ones causing the problem.
because most of them don't want to work. Most of them actually like would rather work for themselves. Like a lot of shit, like it's gonna be harder for us also when we get old and shit, because like they
I
gotta
think
take
the
care of
middle
us.
schools could be saved. I think anybody in high school and up, like, yeah.
Bro, have you seen those videos of like little middle school kids like playing with guns and rapping? Bro, it's
They're still young. I think they could be saved. I think right now they're still naive.
There's gangs of like 12,
There's
13, 14-year-olds, bro.
10-year-olds, bro. It don't matter. Nowadays, you're 8 years old. You can hold a gun, right? All right, you're in.
10-year-olds are smoking weed, bro.
Yo, 10-year-old. are smoking weed. There's 14-year-olds killing people, 12-year-olds killing people.
Yeah.
Like, there was just a young nigga who, bro, that's fed. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, basically, they be wildin', yo.
Nah,
They be wildin'.
Yo, this up and coming generation is crazy.
I got no hope.
Cause I can't imagine at like me at their age. I was nowhere near like on that tip. Like I could not even think about holding a gun at their age. I can't even think about smoking at their age. I can't even think about killing somebody at 14. Bro, at 10-year-old, I can't think about smoking.
I smoked a cigarette like that early.
Yeah, low key.
Like it was
I'm
like
on
dumb
with that.
early. Like, and I did
It
some
was when I
shit
was
dumb
in
early
Haiti.
too. Yeah, it was in Haiti. I ain't gonna lie, I was a grown ass little kid. Like a grown ass little kid. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I can see why they like you as a kid you don't know no better, bro. You really don't. Like you on God, you do not know any better. So it's naivety, like naive of people to be like, we could teach them like, bro, I don't even listen to my parents. You know what I mean? Most kids don't listen to their parents. It's like they gonna listen to the other person they wanna be. And if it's a nigga in the street, that's who they're gonna listen to. And that's it. That nigga in the street puts a gun in a bag in their hands, that's what they're gonna be. Until they realize that's not what it is for them.
That's what I'm saying. They're still naive. They're still young. That's why I think they could like still let go of all that stuff that they're doing.
Right. What I was saying is like it'll be too late at that point. They already have gotten a criminal record. They already have been in jail. Like, you know what I mean? Their life would already been fucked.
I don't judge people based on what you did. I base on like what you're doing.
I'm not
now.
saying that.
No, I know what you mean.
Other people will.
But
Jobs
I'm saying,
will. America
Jobs
will.
will. Life. You can't live your life. You
but
can't
our
vote.
generation is
They're gonna
gonna
be like,
own that.
listen,
I feel
Joe.
like.
We're not owning shit. Now I'm not. What do you mean by that?
I think people are around our age, like 30s and 40s, like I think our generation look a little bit more forgiving than how it was back then. Like, yeah, you had a criminal record back then. There was like raps for you, like.
Nah, it's still like that. I know hella niggas who got like gun charges, like little ass felons. They can't get jobs, bro. It's not. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's not like that. It's still like that, bro.
I'm saying that maybe like since our generation is getting
work
more
in
forgiving,
factories.
I think nowadays
Yeah, it's only like
truckers.
factories, truckers, and shit.
those are good jobs. And I saw
BJ,
that,
be realistic.
But, hold on.
Factory worker's a good job.
Yes, you'll be making money, but like
I mean, truck driver is definitely a good job. You definitely
Even
get-
that's a horrible job. You're sitting all day, driving, bad back, not
You'll be-
sleeping. Like, bro,
you'll be
be
making
honest
money,
with-
but you won't be able to spend time with your family. You won't
No,
be
that's
able
true.
to raise your daughter, your son, the right way, the way you want to, just because you're at work
especially if you were a felon, you already missed part of their life already.
in jail.
Now you got to go just take care of them and you'll never see them. Like, bro, what
But
life?
you gotta be grateful for that.
Of
like
course,
you're a felon.
nobody's not saying. I think those guys are grateful. We're just saying that the chances of you saying that like they have a better shot at like bettering their life. Not saying they don't. Everyone does. It's just like a little
gonna be
unrealistic
harder.
if you follow the domino effect, like we said earlier, like the trend that they're gonna take most likely, which is a trend they still take. People still take that trend. It hasn't changed. People aren't bettering their lives right now. It's the same. Going to join a gang. Oh, I'm gonna start scamming. Oh, I'm gonna rob this nigga. Like I'm gonna.
I see your point. They're gonna go back to their old steps.
Nah, it's just people who never did it doing those old steps. It's like everyone. It's just the opportunities you have before you. You're down and out. You're gonna go to commit crime. Like I'm not even trying to be like a sour Susan about it, but
Yeah,
like,
you're
bro,
being
I
like-
know people who are like
yeah.
day by day, like, yo, like we need to get this money. We gotta go get rich, and then it's crime. It's some criminal shit, and I don't blame them. But it's like, you know what I mean? It's hard to say that you have a better shot or our generation can do something when.
We
Nigga,
really can't.
we really can't until it's not up to us. Think about all of the famous people who've tried, or the things we have, bro. People don't listen. Nigga, I don't listen.
That's true.
He don't listen. You even said it. You don't listen to people. You know what I mean? Like, think about it, bro. Like,
But I feel like if I were to take, like, if I was in that point, I would try to take the steps necessary to like better myself.
I agree with you. I want people to better themselves, bro. Especially black people.
Yeah, like everybody should better themselves. Especially if you have like a past that you like feel like you made a lot of mistakes.
Facts.
Hey, bro, like that's what I'm saying. Like
Just learn from all
you
those
should be
mistakes
grateful
and
to
keep
get a
moving
truck
forward.
driving job, bro. Like you said, a lot of people are not hiring because you have a criminal record.
Yeah, it's hard,
If I
bro.
were to get a truck driving job after I was a criminal and killed like 2 people and finally got out
Well, you
because I
wouldn't.
bettered myself, like
Well, you wouldn't. Well, you wouldn't.
You just said you killed 2 people, yo.
you what?
You thought you was getting out, getting any type of job? No.
Nah, let's say you got out, whatever.
Manslaughter or some shit. You still not getting a job. job.
I would be grateful for getting a truck driving job. I wouldn't be like, man, I gotta do a truck driving job and like, nah, I would be grateful and take the necessary steps. Now the next step, try to find something like a side hustle that I don't have to do a truck dragging job. Like, it's just building up slowly but surely, building yourself up and sticking with it.
Yo, Antoine, can you do me a favor? Search up, can you get a truck driving job with a felony charge on Google?
There's definitely a guy that does that. He only hires felons and ex-felons to do his truck.
Yeah, but that's new. I know what you're talking about. That's some new shit. That's not every trucking company.
No, it's definitely
like
not.
That's like a union type of shit.
Or
Like,
just search up jobs that you can get after being a felon.
Because 2 bodies.
Not
It
even
was
just
just
a
an
gun
example.
charge, bro. What job is
It was just an
hiring you
example.
that you can make like $8K a month off of? What job is really gonna hire a felon to do that? You can't even vote. You can't do a lot with the
You
felony.
can't vote for a felony.
Hell no, nigga. What?
I didn't know that. Like voting out of all things.
You
Can't
can't vote with a felony?
Nah, you guys didn't know that? You can't.
Nah.
can't
I
vote.
thought, like, I'm out of prison. I got my rights back.
Oh, no.
Damn.
No. You ain't got no rights. That's why they be poor coming out of prison.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn. That's why the
They do
cycle
hire.
just continues.
They do hire felons that they could just do trucking.
That's not bad.
I'm grateful.
That's not bad.
Grateful, bro. And I think more jobs should try to like I understand what you mean. Like, it's scary to hire a felon.
Nah, I didn't say it was scary. I never said those words.
Okay, you never said
I didn't
those
say
words.
that. I said
But
the jobs are not gonna
why
do that.
they would be like hesitant to sign a felon.
Yeah.
I understand it, but I think there should be like certain jobs where you should hire felons, good paying jobs too. Not like the terrible like.
I mean, yeah.
crummy jobs like truck driving. That's a decent job.
It's a decent job because you make decent money, but it's
Yeah.
a shit job because you're driving all day and you're sitting all day and you're on the road and you could die. And yeah, you could get robbed. People rob truckers.
Hey, bro, I feel like with any job there's negatives to it.
Bro, what the fuck?
With any job you gotta get your negatives, dog. That's what I'm saying. Just be grateful for what you can get. and
Yo,
then build yourself
I
up
would
from
love to see the world through your point of view. Like, honestly, bro. That's so funny.
Always seeing the brighter side.
Right? Like,
You
that's
have
so,
to, dog.
Nah, that's not.
You have to. Your life is gonna be terrible if you see everything with the negative aspect. And if you do, like, use that as motivation to not be stuck doing that job your whole life.
That's just so funny, bro.
Like, I'm not gonna be looking at the nigga like, man, I just want to, like, I don't know, slam my head through a TV. Nah, I'm gonna be like, I hate these negatives sitting in a car in a truck all day. I'm getting decent bread. Let me figure out a like financial plan so I could, like, I don't know, like, get side hustles, like anything, willing to do anything and everything. Work 2 jobs.
I see what you're saying.
Like-
But then, you're working 2 jobs as a trucker and whatever the hell else. What the hell are you doing with your life?
You're trying to find a way so you don't have to be stuck in that job. So you can, like, I don't know, do your own thing and make your own money and not rely on that job. Like, y'all do not see that? Like,
no, because it doesn't happen.
I'm not
Because then
saying
everyone would be rich.
I'm not saying it's easy to happen, but I'm saying, like, you gotta do
It's
something.
gonna be hard on you mentally.
That's what
and
we're saying.
physically.
And
like,
then physically working.
you're gonna go from driving 8 hours,
whatever.
sitting in a big ass truck, lugging it,
shifting gears.
because most of them shit is manual. So you're in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Doing your delivery, you get out. So you get your part-time job, or you're trying to start your side hustle or something, right? Let's choose the side hustle of like vending machines.
Okay.
So your side hustle is, I'm gonna order hella vending machines. I'm gonna fill up my vending machines. I'm gonna have these vending machines at different places. So now after my 18-hour shift of me driving, I'm going to drive around, reload all of my vending machines, pull out the money from my vending machines, go deposit it, and then tomorrow or maybe the next day, I have to do that whole thing again.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Who does that, though?
But you gotta do what you gotta do.
Nobody
if
does that.
Okay, if it's working and the outcome is great, you gonna look at that.
It's not even that it's working, bro. Niggas got bills to pay in life. You got to pay your car note. You got a mortgage. You have to pay your kids' school. You got to buy clothes. You got to buy groceries, insurance. Something happens to your family, hospital. It's not just, I can up and start a business. Like, that's what we're saying. Like, no one's not saying you can be happy about life. Nigga, I'd be optimistic about life too. Stupid optimistic, honestly. Like, delusionally optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
But we're saying sometimes it's a little bit unrealistic for you to think like, oh, people can just up and just
I'm not
make
saying
their
it's
situation
easy.
better off of motivation and purely motivation. There's some mad motivated motherfuckers out there. The dude I live with, like in my house, he's a trucker. He drives like every day, comes back at like 2 a.m. and then he works on houses. Like he's also a carpenter. What time does that man have to do anything? Literally, I only see that man like once every hour outside smoking, and then the next time he's gone driving. He's barely home with his family. He always complains. He's like, I'm tired. I'm about to go to sleep, man. I'm like, does that sound like someone who's gonna go and start a side hustle? No. That sounds like someone who's gonna go to bed and knock the fuck out, bro. You know what I mean? Some people are comfortable in the situations they have too. Like some people don't need to step out and go do that extra mile, even if it can make them the extra 3-4K.
Cool, do your thing.
But let me finish. What I'm saying is like it's just not a big possibility, especially if you're that exhausted. Like I'm not doing that. I don't know what person would be.
But I'm saying if you're comfortable doing that, comfortable doing your own thing, do your own thing. But if, like you said, you hate the truck driving job, it's getting other sources of income where you don't have to do the truck driving job. Even if you have to do like a vending machine and a carpenter, like you said. Let's say you get a carpentry job and you could survive off that. You could quit your truck driving job.
What we're saying is most people aren't going to quit the job that's paying them more to do their side hustle that's not making them enough to pay their bills.
Then you wouldn't quit that. That's just common sense.
So when would you ever have time to do your side hustle fully?
But I'm saying you work on a side hustle, and if you keep doing that and you accumulate more money, you could eventually quit your truck driving job. And it's just building, like, just that, trying to figure out ways so you don't have to do your truck driving job. That's my whole point.
Okay.
Like, stuff that you could accumulate more income so you don't have to do a truck driving job. And it's possible. I think even if you have to work doing other things, it's definitely possible that you could quit your truck driving job and live off the other sorts of income that you could accumulate. It's definitely possible.
Not saying it's impossible. It's
You're
like
saying,
the 1 in a like 1%er of like everything. Like you want to be an NBA player, it's like the 1% chance. Like you know what I mean?
Different.
I don't think it's different. I think if you're talking about like the chances like it's the same thing of saying, oh, a truck driver has a chance to live off of his side hustle and that side hustle make him more money than he can quit his job. Like, do you know how many truck drivers are in America that have been driving for like their entire lives and are still broke?
Okay, but let's use the NBA analogy thing. You, like I said, if you just like, let's say you just starting to practice basketball now and you want to, like, I don't know, get to like a league. You're gonna practice every day. Let's say that's the truck driver, to practice every day. Second job will be working on your handles. You're not going to make it to the NBA league because you're late. Everybody understands that. That's what will be the millionaires and the billionaires. You might not make it to that. But you could definitely make it to a rec league. You could definitely, if you keep working hard enough, you could definitely make it to a Euro league or a Chinese league. I think you could build yourself up to where you could just reach a certain point where you're not just practicing every day anymore. Now you're in the league. You see what I'm saying?
I did not see what you were saying before. What we were trying to say was no one's gonna have the extra energy to do that side hustle. That's my point. End point.
If my side hustle
End
is
point, right there.
If I'm trucking, I'm gonna take my trucking money. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna buy another truck, and
or a
I'm
car.
gonna hire a friend and be like, okay, we're a company now. Let's go truck.
Yeah.
Now me and my friend are earning money. We're trucking. We're earning money. We buy another truck. Now we can hire somebody else. He's trucking. Build a company like that. That's a little possible. I can see that happening. But like, all right, I'm gonna go truck. After I truck, I'm gonna go to my carpenter job. After I go carpenter, I'm gonna go fill up my vending machines. Then at about 10 o'clock at night, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna say hi to my wife, kiss my kids goodnight, go to sleep, wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
But that was just like it was the same thing I was saying. Like, you compared your story to mine. You're working the two jobs so you could build something else. Like you said, a truck driver company. You working the truck driver company and a carpenter job to make like a company, like to say, let's say, to buy another truck. It's the same my point. So you don't have to keep trucking anymore, that you could eventually own a bunch of truck drivers. It's just working so you don't have to be doing the trucking. Because eventually at both parts, let's say it's not owning a truck driver. Let's say it's owning a different company and you own it. You could, like, and this whatever way you can. Eventually, you both end up leading away from driving trucks. That's my whole point. An uncomfortable job, a job you hate, Even if you have to work extra, working to get away from that job is definitely it's realistic. I don't think anybody should be optimistic about it, no matter how tired you are, because that's your whole point. That's the motivation, to get away from that job. So no, I don't think it's unrealistic. I think it's very realistic, no matter what source of incomes you can find. That's my whole point.
Real.
Literally, that's all I can say. Real. You got that, big stuffer.
Even if you're a felon, dog.
Hey, if you are Superman and you're an Energizer battery and you can do that, go crazy. But if you're a regular human being, go to sleep. Sleep 8 hours. Work
Make
your
sure
regular
you're able
shift.
to
Spend the
function.
4 hours with your family, and then repeat, because you need extra time to be able to do whatever side hustle you want to do. And I know that personally.
Definitely, if you're comfortable doing that, do that.
Time is valuable. I'm just saying, it's people live in different
Like
worlds.
us
Apparently.
right now, I can see us like fully able to finish our business plans and do what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
A 35-year-old trucker with a
Family.
with a 10-year-old daughter, a wife, and a 4-year-old son. You got a lot more responsibilities to take care of, a lot more shit.
He can't just up and start I don't know.
But you gotta sacrifice something. That's not gonna come with you having your cake and eating it too.
True,
like you
but
gotta
then,
sacrifice
But
time.
then
in
look
order to do
around,
that.
bro. How many people have done that? That's what we're
Because
trying.
you're not willing to sacrifice, and that's cool if you're not.
BJ, you don't think those grown men who are driving every
you're
single
definitely
day,
sacrificing. I'm not saying
20 hours
I'm
a day?
talking about taking
Or what about the guys
extra
who drive
time.
20 hours a day then? What do
You're
they
sa-
do?
you're
They need to sacrifice the 4 hours they have to start their business so they can be potentially rich. What if the business fails? What if no one uses their vending machine? No one buys from their clothing brand.
I understand.
Now they just invested $3,000 that they worked for an entire week in something that didn't work.
I understand what you mean.
No, but you don't, because
I
you're trying to
do.
say that they have like extra time when reality people don't.
You said you worked 20 hours. Let's say you worked a 20-hour shift. That's you
You
worked
have 4
overtime.
hours.
Yeah, you worked overtime.
And you don't know, some companies, trucking, let's say you get overtime. Sure, you get overtime.
That's definitely overtime.
Whatever, overtime, 20 hours. You have 4 hours left. What are you going to go do? Go to sleep? Or are you going to go stay up? I got to find out a vendor for my clothing. I got to find out a place to ship. Nigga, I'm going to bed.
But you don't have to take another route. You could like just
bro.
you could invest your money. That
Right,
doesn't take a lot of time.
But that's a loss. And then let's say you lose. Let's say it's a potential loss. Let's say you lose that money. Now I got to go do another full trucking week to make 5 bands again, just to reinvest.
But that
again.
comes with sacrifice. That's my whole point.
BJ,
you gotta sacrifice
what I'm trying to
something.
say, some people can't just sacrifice for business.
I
People
understand.
have family shit they have to do.
Of course.
Real world like bills. Like they can't just be like, I'm a start the, even if they want to. There's so many people that want to start businesses. Like everyone wants to be their own boss. You just can't. Sometimes there's other things in the way. Like
No, you're right. If
that's
you can't
I don't think you
sacrifice-
agree with
I
me because you're
agree with
saying I'm
you.
right, and then
You-
you're gonna be like, yeah, but then they could start a business. But
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no.
bro, most people want to do that.
But my whole point is that's what a sacrifice is. You losing money, even
But
though
they
you got families.
can't sacrifice because you have 4 hours to sleep and then you gotta go to work.
Let me finish. And if you can't make that sacrifice, that's cool too.
Yes.
Like if you can't, that's cool. Like you're making the right decision. I'm not telling everybody to take a sacrifice when they can't. That's not my whole point.
We're not. That's not
But
the
if
point.
you
Yeah.
want to take that sacrifice,
I
that's
understand,
up to
BJ.
you.
Great, you're falling off the tangent. We were talking about 2 different things. You get what I'm saying? And now he's talking about something else. I'm saying,
lost this conversation
you feel me?
about a cool 15
Like
minutes
I'm
ago.
trying to talk about they won't have the energy nor time to do that. Even if they are comfortable in their situation, there's so many people that are. I'm comfortable in my situation. There's so many people who are cool. Niggas are tired. You gotta sleep. You're a human. You're not a robot. You can't just.
And the more you do that, the more mentally disabled.
And then you're gonna feel
be.
drained. Like the people who do that shit are like the 1% mentally. Even the people that think they're mentally able to do that. Look at us. How long have we been trying to start a business? So long. At least me. I don't know about y'all niggas, but at least me. This shit is mentally draining, bro. Imagine the grown up with a family. It's hard. It's not even just about, I need to be motivated. I need to like sacrifice the extra hours. Bro, people are comfortable and they're tired. Like you're a human being. Like
You need time to yourself. You need time to
Yeah,
reset.
and, like-
You need time to relax.
And I agree with you said if you're comfortable, that's fine. I agree. We didn't say that either. We agreed with you.
I
We're
know.
just saying if you're tired, you can't try to do something else.
But some people are willing to do something else. That's my whole
That's
point.
the 1% of those people, though. That's what we're saying also.
And I respect both friends, the ones that want to do
But the
something, the ones that don't.
majority are the people who don't go out and do that.
And that's cool.
Right. That's what we were
And I'm saying, that's my whole point. That's what you guys are misconstruing. I'm cool with that.
Yo, we lost
too.
this convo like 4 or 5 times. I promise you, I thought I was tweaking.
No, y'all are like, I'm not arguing with
We're
you.
not. It wasn't an argument.
No,
we're debating.
We're
but it's like-
debating and trying to
But
get.
it's not a debate because I'm agreeing with you.
is,
A
but-
majority won't take that sacrifice because they feel like they need sleep.
I promise you.
They need sleep. They need time to.
need to-
Yo,
for your family, for
Dad,
everything.
can you come read me a bedtime story?
Cool. You have that. You got that. If you don't want to take that extra
Dad,
time.
my football game is tomorrow. Are you gonna be there?
And
Oh
that's-
no.
and
Dad,
that's-
grandma's in the hospital. Are we gonna go see grandma? Dad, I need new shoes. Are you gonna take me to the mall?
definitely family is more important.
It's not even family. It's life, bro.
Yeah, but your family, your
love you,
health
yo.
is definitely more important than getting extra bread in your pockets. Definitely more important. I'm not arguing with that.
Yes.
I'm agreeing
Right.
with that. Priorities. Your family comes first. Your health comes second. Money's not gonna buy those things. Your money
Right.
can't buy you family, and it can't buy you health.
Yes, sir.
But for the ones that can take that sacrifice to lose sleep
BJ.
without
BJ,
a kid,
BJ,
without a
Do
kid.
you,
Voila,
okay,
voila.
exactly.
Oh,
Do you know who is able to make those sacrifices?
1% of those people, and that's not your average.
I'm not saying it
We
is.
are more
Wow.
likely to make that sacrifice because we don't have as much responsibility. We don't have as
We
much shit to
can.
worry about.
We
So we
can.
can just say, fuck
But-
it. I'm going
but-
to spend the next
but-
5 hours not
but-
going to sleep
but-
and doing this,
but-
learning how to do this, setting up this, getting my vendor, letting them know I'm about to send 200 units over there. And then I get to go to sleep for an hour and then wake up and do the
And do
next
this.
thing because I'm able to make that sacrifice.
We are.
We are able to make that
25-year-olds
sacrifice.
maybe are who live with their parents. 27-year-olds. But if you're 30 with your own bills.
Your own bills,
I
your
don't know
own
if you've
life.
seen bills. Like, if you have,
Nah, they
bills
jacked up.
are crazy. There's nobody. Bro, that shit drains the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Seeing that number, you're just like, I gotta pay that, and then I gotta go eat, and then I gotta feed the family, then I gotta cook the food that I just bought. Like, who the fuck is really gonna be doing all that?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
We know. We
there's-
just thought you was gonna say something else.
I'm not trying to argue with
We
you.
know we're all agreeing. It's just like we're missing on like 3 points. I think we're all like different.
Nah, life is tough. Summing up like that, life is tough.
Life is very difficult. Life is hard.
Yo, so you got like the range super negative, optimistic.
But I was just about to say, like, dog, if you have a friend, you and your friend can start a business. Like, there's so
Like, yeah,
many.
we can start a
we-
There's
business.
so
but nigga,
many
I'm
roads in life that you can
tired.
take.
Look at us. We're doing that right now.
Yeah.
But like we don't have responsibilities like grown-ups do.
You're right. But like, let's say you have a wife.
Uh-huh.
You and your wife could like start like accumulate money from both y'all jobs. Cause I'm sure the wife is working too. If you're in that predicament,
Yes.
It's not. I don't want to. It is hard to pay bills. You're right. But like, if you live your means to your ends, meaning you're like living a life where you could afford to accumulate a little extra money in your pocket.
Real shit. Uh-huh.
Like that costs like sacrificing, buying jewelry, buying a TV, all that stuff, which is
Excuse
again
me.
my point, a sacrifice. You and wifey could, the money that you're saving up, you could accumulate to start whatever business you want. Let's say it is a vending machine.
Okay.
And that puts in like, let's say another $40 in your pocket.
Vending machine, Airbnb.
Whatever it
Is buying a TV a sacrifice? Is buying furniture a sacrifice?
I said TV. Like a
Oh,
flat
okay,
screen
okay.
TV,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, if you
A
want
fancy TV though?
A fancy TV, yes.
All right. What if you've had an older one? Cause nigga, we just got a 70.
Nigga, if it's an upgrade, shit. That's not a sacrifice. That's
But
an
that money
upgrade.
could go
I'm fucking with
into, but
you.
that money could go into something else. That's my whole point.
Yo.
That's a sacrifice. That's what I'm saying. You have to sacrifice something
Bro.
in order to like.
You have
Help
you had a
yourself out.
point.
Comfortability.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You heard that? You agree?
I mean, I don't agree, but if the person wants to, they can. That's not something I would personally do.
Thank you.
So
And
you have
that's
to
cool.
sacrifice comfortability for change.
Yes.
Yes, so you have to sacrifice something. That's my whole point. You're not gonna like be
Do I have to
comfortable and just everything's gonna. You have to
In
sacrifice
a
something.
way, you do.
That's time, sleep, family time. You sacrificing something. That's my whole point. Comfortability, whatever it is, you sacrifice.
But
it.
in a way, if you're really like me, I only have really 2 extra hours throughout the day to write. So like, that's kind of like a stretch because I stay up at 2 to do that. But like, it's really the only time I'm like, oh, I can do this and I won't be dumb tired for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
That's sacrificing my comfortability in a sense. So like,
Yeah.
I agree with him. Yeah. Like you kind of do have to make a little bit progress, but like not everyone's gonna do that shit.
And like we said, if you're comfortable not willing to sacrifice, that's cool. Do your thing. If you said I'm not gonna sacrifice my sleep because my sleep is more important, do your thing.
Yeah.
Would I? Absolutely.
True. Then maybe, God willing, you'll be the 1%er that actually can do all that. But
Whatever.
the 97, 99, 98% of people, I'm getting the numbers wrong, don't do that because they just simply don't feel they have the time or the energy or like, bro, like tired. You're
That's
exhausted
cool.
mentally.
Tired was just a point.
But I'm saying right now, for someone who's young and youthful, you should have that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
We should be thinking, oh, I can do anything. You don't have shit on your plate right now. No offense. I don't know what you
It's
have to
true.
do.
It's
You don't have
definitely
shit.
true.
You know, you should be thinking like that. Take this time, do what you need to do. But when you do have things on your plate, I feel like that conversation might be a little different.
Yeah, and that would be something different.
That's
to
coming from
sacrifice.
a different POV, and that we're coming from the POV of people who've like experienced the other 98%. You know, the side that's like struggling.
Would our side be ignorant because we're still young?
Not necessarily. It's just like I think we just have like a lot of
You have a lot of different
potential,
views.
like a lot of room to growth,
Mm-hmm.
like grow. Because really, like most 27-year-olds still live with their parents now.
We don't have much responsibility.
Yeah, like you really like I said, I like that mindset. He should be trying to take everything he can because what the fuck does he have else to do
And
all
this,
day?
I don't have a kid. I don't have a
Yeah,
wife.
for right now.
Like I'm good to sacrifice time, sleep.
But that's his
energy.
experience, everyone.
And that's just my
That's
vision
his
of it.
experience.
That's my vision of
Not
it.
his vision, it's his life, because I feel like not everyone lives that life.
It's my POV.
There's 21-year-olds who do pay bills, who do live on their own, who do
Absolutely.
have their own car note. You know what I mean? So
And I was trying to speak like for them. Like,
Yeah,
the
I was trying to
people
speak
with
for
all of
them
those
also,
type of
'cause-
responsi-
go ahead.
responsibilities. Damn, I lost my train of thought because I fucked up. But I was speaking for the people who have those type of responsibilities
And are
like-
younger.
and are younger and are older.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna be really willing to do that type of stuff.
And that's cool, but you're not willing to sacrifice. That's my whole point. I feel like
But
if
the-
you
okay,
young,
but when you say they're not willing to sacrifice, it makes it seem like that person's not like, not even, but like the context of the words is kind of like they're not willing to sacrifice. Like, damn, so I'm not willing to do more for my life.
Well, not willing, but not like.
Like
Okay,
able.
hold on.
I think
Not
able is a
able.
better
Hold
word.
on.
Not
Like
able.
able.
So you're thinking about like people our age that have bills. Let me ask you a question. Do they have a kid? Let's get the whole scenario just so you can see my point.
If they have a kid or not, as long as if you have bills, you're an adult.
Okay, but let's say you don't have a kid and you just have bills.
Okay.
Let's say you're a 23-year-old no felon, you're a truck driver, and you say I don't want to be a truck driver anymore. You're young. You could sacrifice sleep and comfortability. I'm sorry, you don't
Yeah.
have that many responsibilities. You can't.
Sure, yeah, that's the 1%er. That's the people who you go on YouTube and they have $1 million trucking bills and they're like 18 making
Yeah.
millions. Those are
Okay, now let's-
1%ers. That's you just like
let's-
made my point.
Let's say you have a kid and let's say you have a wife. You're still young. You can sacrifice. If your kid is still young, you can sacrifice comfortability and sleep. I understand
To
that's
work,
hard.
to grind and make money, but you're not
Yes.
gonna quit that job.
No, I'm not saying quitting the job. I'm saying just so you could get extra bread in your pockets and let's say
Yeah,
branch off
every
into
man
something
does
else.
that.
You could do that. But that's my point. Sacrificing something. Like
But we're still good. I'm still gonna say the same thing to you. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, people can't do that regardless. Like,
And if
not
they
everyone has a good trucking job. Okay, take the trucking job out of the equation because we're using that too much.
Okay.
Take that out of the equation. Let's say you work a regular fucking job at Zara. Let's say you work at Newport, Dunkin' Donuts, a gym. Let's say you've done that you're 24 and you work at a gym. Because I know there's people who's 24 who work at gyms. what extra money are you gonna have to start your business?
Making $450 a week.
What say you don't have a good job, a decent job that makes you over $700 a week, $600 a week. You're not doing shit with your life until you go to school, study, or find a trade.
But you could save up to do trade schooling.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
You could save up, but you still gotta. All right, you still got a plethora of bills that you're gonna have to pay while saving up.
But that would be called sacrificing comfortably. Instead of having
that's gonna be called living check to check, buddy. That's what that's called. Living check to check.
You live check to check.
That's called depression.
And that's called depression. That's called, oh shit, what? My life sucks. Mental exhaustion.
I understand your point, but
I don't think you do.
I do. Like, life is tough. I get your point. Life is tough, but
that's not my point. Anyway, guys, we gotta end it off.
That's been no nonsense. I hope you enjoyed our
get my point.
Hope you enjoyed episode 14, y'all.
What an episode.
Oh God, what an episode.
We got nothing. I got nothing.
We all got different points of view.
Yeah, basically. We couldn't come to something.
I understood your message.
I understood
your message.
Yeah.
I hope you understood mine.
Yeah, it wasn't
confusion.
It was confusion.
But anyways, y'all, hope you enjoyed episode 14.
Big 1-4.
1-4 on shit.
That's 22.
1-4.
1-4. We're gonna leave all of our links in the description. Hope y'all enjoyed.
It's been your boy Ivo.
It's been your boy Nick.
It's Bam Bam in the cut. Like, subscribe, and share a comment.
Yes, sir.
And we out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.